Previously on King Knight 1 to the rescue, the old blower wheel.
Now, if my calculations are correct, when I turn this fan, this spindle right here, that shaft is not supposed to turn freely from the fan. And you can see the fan it's loose. And it's like spinning without. I can hold the fan still and spin this. That does not, according to my knowledge, look right. That fan's supposed to spin. As soon as I spin this spindle, that fan's supposed to go right with it.
In the old blower fan, notice that there's no D shape. It's rounded out. This causes the blower fan having to struggle to rotate with the motor, also causing a loud, obnoxious noise. The new blower wheel. Looking closer, you'll see the D shape to the shaft, thus making it rotate with the motor. The installation.
Yesterday, I replaced all of these parts to the dryer. Today, I'm going to replace this part to the dryer. Look closely. That center of this blower, you can say it's keyed. One side flat. Well, as we witnessed yesterday, the blower on the dryer is not one side flat. I'm going to start out with removing these screws. Once I get the top lifted, I'm going to be removing 3 screws up here, here, and these 3 screws. Once the screw is removed, like yesterday, I'm going to keep all this stuff comes out with it, organized in their own little compartments. We'll lift the top by lifting it like so and giving it a shove forward, and it's off. I need to pull it back. Bring it back just enough so that this lid will lean and remain propped up against this bar. That's what we want. Unplug this, untwist these so the wire will come out. I want the wire out. Like so. The lint filter can come out. And then these are the screws we want. These 3 up here. And then we want 1, 2, and 3. Goes there. And we're going to take out 1, 2, and 3, and here it is, hitting me upside the head. That looks like how somebody might have broke this before, but the wire is holding on. And we just pull it out like that. There we go. close this door, making this easier to transport out of the way. There, it's leaning right there. Put some other 3 screws in there. Now, I need to get these. Then I'll be to the blower. Once I take this front bezel off. It's not easy doing this holding the camera. There, I got those. They'll sit in the other little cubby hole. Now, there should be one more here, but whoever worked on this before I ever seen it, they didn't put the screw back. And I might be able to I got another wire down here that needs to come off. Like so. I might be able to find one that'll go in there. Not sure. But now I got 2 screws down there to get off. And I'll be back. And I'm back. I had to get the tray with the few little wrenches that I had, so I'm going to get those 2 screws off and out the way. If I can prop this up like so. Alright, 1, 2, and voila. There's also some money in the dryer. Okay, so I got those 2 screws off. I'm gonna actually leave them sitting inside this so they don't get confused with any of the other screws. And I'll put it over here with the rest of the top. Like so. Okay. Now, if you can see what I did, you see those 2 little finishing nails? They are on the flat side, and I bent them and tightened it down. So since she was able to get the blower motor, or the blower wheel, the next day, I'm in it again, and it looks like this is wobbling when you turn, which it is, and it's dusty. But once I take that off and get that thing, the new one put on there.
Since the repair yesterday, it's dried for loads of clothes.
Spin straight. Okay. I'm going to find those wrenches and then I'll be right back. Okay. 7/8 goes back there on the back of the motor where that shaft is connected. 14 goes right up here to remove the nut. And I'll be right back. Okay, if you're ever faced with working on a dryer, and particularly this type, because it's what I'm working on, trying to get the phone sitting up straight. That screw is not righty-tighty. That's righty-loosey. Left is to tighten it. Right is to loosen it. That's the only way to remove it. All right, here's one of my little nails. The other one must have already fallen out with the nut when I took the nut off. Now I'm trying to spin it to get it to wobble off, like so. Now it's off. If you can look in that hole, you can see that that is not flat on one side. It is destroyed, although it still works. Here's my other little finishing nail that fell in there when I took the nut off. The new one, and with the new one, what you want to really do is make sure it's the right one. Let's see if it's the right size. The new one is the same size as the old one, which is what we want. This one doesn't say lefty, loosey, righty tighty, but on the inside of this one, you can see loosen to the right, fasten to the left. So loosening it is clockwise. To tighten it, fasten it is counterclockwise. Just want to have that on your memoirs to be sure you don't strip anything out. And I'm going to put this on and I'll be right back. Well, you know what? I'm going to set this right here. I think I'm going to be running out of memory on my phone. That's why I am trying to not. Wait a minute. Where's that flat side? It's over here. So I'll turn my wheel to match it. So once I get this in here and slide it over the shaft, the motor slides right on just like that. And then when I turn it, look how straight the wheel is spinning. So it's looking good. Left to tighten. Left to tighten. Counterclockwise. Once I get this snug, I have to reach in through this hole with the 7/8 either side, whichever side I could get it to sit on that other end of this shaft on the motor to give this a nice snug tighten. So I'm going to try to do that now. The box end with the barrel on, I found that using the box end is better. So I'm going in. I'm feeling around for it. I feel it. I'm on it. And I'm getting a couple of good turns to tighten. That one is on. Okay, that's on. Let me get the cover for this. You can tell which side goes on first. This little bevel end down here sits down in a crevice, and I'm gonna have to move the phone because my drill is currently holding it up. So I'm gonna use that blower wheel to hold it up now. Let that sit right there while I put a couple of spins on this. That's looking good. We're gonna leave that just the way it is. He's got screws in here, but I don't know if any of these are gonna do anything. That's one, but I don't want it to go all the way through and stop the darn the fan. And it won't, so okay, I'm gonna set that up to to watch the rest of this process so I can get it done quickly and I don't run out of memory. Alright, I'm going to leave that screw. Wait a minute. Will this one do it? Nope. I'm going to leave that right there and get this back together. This also has wheels that I replaced yesterday, and what you want is for your wheels to be spinning nice and smooth. Alrighty. Put this in place. What this does, there's little indentations here that these sit in. These are on the inside, so once I get them there, don't go nowhere. Now one good spin lets me know that it's all good. I'll hook that one up. This back through. And this back through. Hook this one up. This is the blue one is for the wire, for the light. This one's got to be for the door switch. You know how when you open your door, it stops drying. Okay, now.
The heater system kicks on in 3, 2, 1.
Usually it's a good idea to go backwards, slowly. Can you hear that click? And then spin it forward so that it doesn't strip out. I usually let about 3 of them click and then I'll spin it back. That was 4. Alright, and then that extra screw that I found, I'm going to put it in this spot right here where there's one missing. Turn it. It sounds nice and quiet. There's no problemo. Okay, now I'm going to actually put this back on. Alright, now for the front. There's 2 little indentation creases, cutouts, one on each corner. You can see them sticking up on the dryer. Just set them in place.
Before closing the front, plug in your door switch wire. I had to go back in and connect it.
Like so. And then up here, there's a couple of raised, connectors on the inside. Once I swipe that up, they'll come up and stay. Stay. Now I've got a handful of screws. I'm remembering which ones go where. I got 3 up here without washers. 3 with washers go here. This is with washer, without washer. Okay. 3 with washers.
3 without washers on top. I'm in kind of a hurry. Please excuse my mistakes.
3 straight down. 3 and straight down. Didn't get a chance to put that top back on with video because while I was in the Philippines, I tried to do an update on my phone. Now, whatever app I'm using, something comes in and just interrupts it and makes it impossible for me to fucking continue doing whatever the fuck I want to do on my phone. It wants me to see what the fuck it wants me to see, which I already put this all back together. I got it back in here. So I'm getting ready to hook up the exhaust hose, as you can see going up the wall, and the power right there in the black one. And then I'll be right back. As you can see, I got my black because you don't light it up until the fat lady sing and shit, so watch this.
The light on inside the dryer indicates a problem.
Alright, here's the fat lady right here. And let's give her some power. Let's look inside real quick. It's nice and clear. Some might say that's cheating, but I don't give a shit. And let's power it up. Door is closed.
My door switch is still disconnected.
Did I hook up the door switch? I don't think I hooked up the door switch. Okay, let's do that real quick. What the? Dude, that's crazy. I could have sworn I hooked up the door switch. Okay. You forget to hook up the door switch. Trying to hurry the fuck up. You know? Can I make a light? I don't have enough power. But that works. Feel like I had it backwards. Okay, that feels like it's in. Once I close the door, it'll hold. My screws. Screwdriver.
Please always remember to unplug your unit before any maintenance work.
It clicks back. Three clicks back. And this one is on. I won't bring into plastic. Somebody didn't throw that dryer sheet away. There it is. Try this. Done. Okay, I got my cigar for the fat lady. We're gonna see what happens. Here's the fat, and we're gonna give her some power. We can open it up, make sure the light's working. In such a hurry, I didn't connect the light switch. I mean the power switch, yeah, door switch. But opened it up, put it back in, and Shazam, she's purring like a kitten.
This concludes King Knight One's rescue. Please like, follow, and share. Thanks for watching.